Are you struggling to find a house and considering building down here in Southern Maryland? Listen to this video before you do, because I got a lot of tips that might make it easier for you. My name is Rob Scout. I'm a realtor down here in Southern Maryland. And like I said, I want to talk to you about building a house down here in Southern Maryland. I'm going to try to give you some tips that are going to help you out along the way, so you're more informed along the process, and hopefully it will lead to a better result for you. Now, when we think about building in Southern Maryland, a lot of people go right to a vacant lot. So that's the first thing people are looking at when they're looking to build in Southern Maryland. And that may not necessarily be the right idea. I'm going to tell you about another thing to look for besides just vacant lots that may save you a whole bunch of money, time, and effort if you can find the right one. The traditional way that a lot of people think about building houses is you go out, you find a vacant land, you put an offer on it, you get it under contract, and then you bring in builders and start building. And that process can take anywhere from 6 on the very, very low end if permits are already in hand to 18 months. At least 18 months sometimes, and even more depending on the size of the house. And I don't know about you, but for me, that is a long time. I feel like a lot of stuff can change in life pretty quickly over a year and a half to 2 years. So for a lot of people, it's just not a viable option to build a house because of that process involved. Now, like I said, there's another way to do it though. The way that I would recommend everyone to do this right now, if you can, is to find old rundown houses and tear them down. Now, I know that sounds like, oh, Rob, you're making it really simple here. Just find an old rundown house. How do I find those? That's what we're going to talk about right now. And I want to tell you why it makes it simpler too. So first off, if you want to look on your own and you know the area you want to go to, just start driving around and look for overgrown, dilapidated homes and write letters. Or even better, if you don't want to do the legwork, go ahead and contact a realtor with those addresses, or contact a realtor even before and start talking to them about your desire to purchase a home or a rundown home to be able to tear it down. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to purchase that dilapidated home and you're going to tear it down. And here are the reasons why that works. So when you build on a vacant lot, there's tons of other costs than just the home. There's the driveway to the home. You got to install septic possibly. You got to install, wells and all that kind of stuff. And if it's a lot that's never been developed, you also have an impact fee. Those fees can total over $80,000 alone before you even break ground on your house. So the nice thing about a tear down, when you can find them in an area that you want to do, is the well's already in place most likely. The septic is already in place most likely. The impact fee has already been paid most likely, and for the most part, it probably has a driveway to it as well. It may not be in great shape driveway, maybe you got to put gravel down, but it's a lot better than moving earth to make the driveway. Now at this point, when you find that tear down home, you're gonna need expert advice. Yes, I can help, or a realtor can help you find the home, give you appropriate value for the home, give you an ideas of kind of about what it's going to be worth after you build it. But you need an expert in there that is going to help you understand what the build process is going to be. So you're going to need to find someone local to the area. If you're down here in St. Mary's County, I love Shady Lane Construction. They are great and have done this process a lot of times, and I'd highly recommend them. Calvert and Charles County, there's a ton of builders out there, and it's best to kind of interview those and find out which one works best for you. Now that you have the house identified, hopefully under contract, and the builder there, this is the time to do your due diligence. And by that, I mean, 1, make sure you can put the house you want in the torn down footprint of the house that's there. You can't just plop a 10 times bigger house on the property. And really this varies county by county. So you need to ask your builder, what can I replace on this property? Especially if you're in the critical area or you're in other restricted areas, you might not be able to build as big as you want. So you want to make sure you understand what you can put back once you tear it down. Now, I can't stress enough that while I can be of a help with this, you need to be working with a builder that has knowledge of this kind of process, because it's going to make it so much easier if they've done this before. They're going to know exactly what they can and can't do, where they need to get permits from, and how long approximately it's going to take to get it done. Now, the biggest con of this, again, just like building on vacant land, is time. I do think some of the variables are taken out compared to vacant land because you're not worried about septic and well and all that kind of stuff. but you still have to wait for the right property to show up. It's not all the time that dilapidated properties show up on the market that are in your price range, that make sense to rebuild on, that are the perfect place. It's a lot of looking with not a whole bunch of return, but when you see it and you know it's there and you can jump on it, it can really pay off. So that's what I would say. If you're looking to build in Southern Maryland and you keep running up against the same problem of you can't find the land you want, pivot and don't look at land. Start looking at old houses. Reach out to a realtor that will make you a mailing list. Reach out to some of the builders in the area. Let them know your intentions. And I think this might be a good path forward for someone that wants to build a home and maybe skip some of those upfront costs and some of the permitting process. Hey, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you're looking to move to Southern Maryland, make sure you use that contact information below. Call me, text me, or use the link in the comment to go ahead and schedule a Zoom meeting one-on-one with me. Hopefully, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.